briefly check our experiences. Sorry, had to give this cat a spot to lay out or he was going to be unhappy. Okay, thinking through what I need to do here. I think we've hit the point where we have the teleport spell, which enables us to pretty much break the game in numerous ways. One of those ways is we could go get every spell for the measly price of 1,000,000 gold, which is nothing to glitch out, like at all, as you've seen. So what we're probably going to do is go glitch out 1,000 hit points for everybody, along with some other shit from the Dragon's Den, which has a lot of interesting stuff in there that we can use. Okay, so the specialties, I've consumed them all in the last video, but I didn't really explain them. I'm going to take a moment to do that now. Every restaurant has specialties. Every single one of these specialties, if you eat them and a random chance happens, it's being very courteous right now, can make you sick. Yeah, all of them can. The same thing holds true for the drinks. The specialties have in-world effects. Every single one of them does something in-world. I think there's a few that do nothing at all and they're just there. But most of them have some effect. Like the Dragon Steak, for instance, spawns dragon attacks in A3, if I remember correctly, because you ate it. Soup de Ghoul spawns a ghoul attack somewhere, for instance, somewhere else. In Atlantium, there was a devil's food or devil's cake or something like that we ate. That was how we got the Finger of Death spell in C1 earlier. It's what makes the Grim Reaper spawn. Just for instance, that's just a handful. I'll try to do a better job of explaining these situations when I come across them, since I kind of skipped through when I did it originally, and I'm trying to document a lot of the information in this game because it could easily be lost and it needs to be done. All the drinks have basically stat effects of some kind that last until you rest, so they're kind of useless, and they can also make you sick, or poison you, I think, actually, technically. So we've got the Wizard's Eye spell and the Eagle Eye spell through the Fountain of Clairvoyance already cast. These spells are very expensive on SP and will run down your ability to cast other spells in combat very quickly, so you don't want to cast them, and they go away when you rest, so it's kind of counterproductive. So the Fountain is just the way to go. That's why we'll be back at Middlegate quite a lot. Probably need to go ahead and just do myself a favor, and I'm only here for one thing in particular, and that is to go find me some gems. Actually, I haven't seen the plant list in a while. I'm going to look through, see if there's anything useful. That could be useful. A lot of this stuff I just want to identify and see if it's even equipable by somebody, so we're going to grab a lot of it. I don't even know. The Paladin's probably the only person that could use it. Only definitely one thing on this list interests me, the Divine Mace, and we'll talk about that in a minute. That's a very useful item if it has charges. That could be useful. And probably the one weapon, if it's more powerful enough than Naginata that I got, that I'll put on him. I'm assuming that goes to the Sorcerer. I don't think anyone else can even use that. Maybe the Ninja. The J26 Flexor, the A1 Tautelier, and the N19 Capitor are items that are required for the end of the game. I'm not going to get them this way because I'm going to show you another way to get them, but you could get them through glitching if you wanted to. In the speedrun, this getting the plant, which is a set spawn in Middlegate in the bottom of the map, right near Nadana. This, you know, you can go trigger this, run away, and get this pretty quickly. Oh, there's a lot of useful stuff here, and that's farmable. I don't remember what that is. And that is why you want to make sure there's always something in slot 1. Or be able to get something in there, which I just screwed up, but I could get something there, so it's okay. I don't think I care about any of this either. The reason I'm not always transferring gold, because it seems like it would be logical to do so, is occasionally that will actually cause the game to glitch and just hardlock. So that's, you only need to do it once anyway, really, unless you encounter a lot of stuff in the arena that loots your gold. In which case, you know, just save, do it once again, and then move on if you need to. $45 charges, and it's plus 36. And that gold helm is plus 40. That's pretty damn nice. Yep. Oh yeah, that's nice. Hello. Okay, moving on. Paladin could use it, the Barbarian could use it. That's a lot of AC. Does a fair amount of damage. Yeah, we're sticking with that for him anyway. Okay, AC plus 67. Only the robber could use it. Hopefully it fits his alignment. Does have a use, has a lot of charges. I think that's invisibility. Okay, only plus 12, but still not bad. That's a big upgrade. Okay, that works. Hello. Not worth it, unless... No, that's not worth it for anybody. Maybe the ninja, if he can equip it. Oh, nice. It's good to have for use purposes. Same as this. The barbarian could equip that too, but it's pointless for him, I guess. Eh. Used items don't consume gems and always work, as long as they have charges, and then they turn into useless items if you try to use them when they don't, so that's, you know. Yeah, that's not worth trading out for the trident either. Holy crap, I just noticed. Okay. That's not that big. That's an interesting one to have. Useless. Okay. Yeah, fairly useless. This is why you spread out alignments across all groups, because stuff does get alignment restricted, and it's not just the glitched items. In-game drops will also eventually be alignment restricted, so very handy to have just a distribution of alignments. It does kind of screw you with Cleric and Sorcerer, though. Sorcerer worse than anybody, because basically there's a set number of good items for the Sorcerer, and if any of them get alignment restricted and you've only got one, then it needs to be the right one. You can change alignment, sort of. Enough to equip items anyway. We'll get to that at some point. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, this guy's doing all the lockpicking from now on. Seven, 2. Prismatic Ray, maybe? No, duplication. Hello. Oh yeah, if the cheater items weren't enough, the game builds literal item duplication in. Okay. So it's just like an accessory and not armor. Okay. Nice. Okay, that's the better one. Okay, now, watch what happens when I rest. Spell points have went from 108 to 150 thanks to that. We have similar shenanigans going on over here because of these hero medals. Now we are well and truly set for the perils that lie ahead. It's actually not that bad of a formidable fight. This is the entrance to the Dragon's Den, and that's probably one of the safest paths without just flying here and cutting through the mountains, which I didn't want to do without, I wanted to show at least once how to get here the right way, walking around. Now, in every other version of this game, this dungeon is a lot more difficult. Here's why. Well, that's a problem, right? Like, I can't conveniently get around. I can't skip fights when I need to. I have to go all the right ways, right? Not in this version. Cast the spells again just so we have visibility, because I actually will need that in this dungeon. I haven't done this in a while. Plenty of gems. We still have plenty of sus P, because it's not costing a lot right now because we're still level 10. When you get much higher level, it scales up, like, not, scalar, it's exponential. That put us right around the neighborhood of a bunch of fights without actually getting into one. That just did the same, and a box on the wall reads, "Break glass if in need of hit points." Shatter the glass? Why, I feel like I'm in need of some hit points, so sure, why not? All who are needy receive 1,000 hit points. That's not a lie. Oh, hey, look at that. Whoops, wrong one. But close. I did it again. Habit. That was even wronger. Yep, I used that word. Is it here that makes it convenient? I think so. Because I think you can sneak up through these and then cut right or left at some point and sneak around the back way. Yep. That's the fast way. You need to have mountaineering to do that, by the way, to be able to walk through the mountain. I have twice, actually. It doesn't have to be on the same character, but as you can see, I've got it on 2 different ones. Plate armor, great shield, and a helm. That's not that great. Jump too far, but that's fine. We can handle this easily now. Just deal with this one too, why not? That was poison, and that's easy to deal with, so no big deal. I couldn't get lucky twice in a row, but nice. What I'm doing to speed through the fights is holding down A and left. That just speeds through the fights. It automatically selects whatever... I'm not actually sure what it's automatically selecting, but it selects either fight or shoot if it's available. Flamberge, broadsword, and a great bow. Also not that great. I'm no longer needy, and it didn't give me my 10 hit points. Titan's bow, an ancient bow, or Titan's pike, an ancient bow, and a photon blade. Now that was a good find. Several gold items. Shield, plate, and helm. We do have a couple more stops to make here. This fight might kill me. Or not this one, but there is one coming up that might. This one might. Didn't think that'd work, but whatever. So useless at this level. Eventually that becomes quite capable of healing everybody. Okay, we're gonna win, I think. I think we got this. And yes, the Identify Monster spell, just so we're clear, at least in this version, and I'm pretty sure on several others, if not all of the others, tells you the current hit points, not the maximum. See? Yeah, there we go. That is 3,333,333 experience points in our 81st battle. And 1,666,666 gold and 166 gems apiece. Now we can leave. Okay, the gold plate mail and the gold helm are both useless for everyone, I think, at this point. Well, we may have someone who can use the gold helm. Titan's Pike is sadly useless, but it is a good chunk of change. May have a use for the shield, maybe. The Ancient Bow is really nice. We already got a much better one, but yep. Another good chunk of change. Another just 1 million easy. That works. Next up is Atlantium to train up, because we've got a buttload of training to do. The dragon just significantly power leveled us. Don't care about that right now. Let's go back to Volcania. He can just do this too, so that's one thing. I think the next step we're going to do is going and getting the elemental spells, maybe? Actually, at this point, I'm OP enough where I feel comfortable showing off the Cuisinart fight, and that's going to be good for another probably 7 or 8 levels. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, I think. Oh, right, I can town portal. I keep forgetting about that now. C2 is a pretty decent base for the Cuisinart fight. It's a pretty decent base for just about everything, actually, in the game. There's some signs and stuff you skip by doing that. This is the Cuisinart fight. It is insane. I might die. That's why I saved first. There's virtually no level where you're truly safe. I'm just probably going to be okay. Someone may have died. Nice, no one died. Awesome, we did it. That is 10 million experience points for everybody. About 3 times as much as we got from the dragon. And the loot is going to be nuts. And this is very farmable at this point. And actually, I'm gonna point out that the frenzy attack there doesn't always hit anything, but it does always kill one of them, and any of them can do it. It is possible, even at level 1, if you save, and you just save up enough money to get Mountaineer, and then save, and then go right to them, and just spam it, you can actually get it right at level 1 and just have them kill themselves flukishly. And sometimes even the entire party can survive, although it's very uncommon. It is very common for someone to be able to survive at least, like more than 50% of the time that can usually happen. At least when you're at this level and you've got 1,000 hit points. Early on, it's probably not going to happen because you don't have the AC to support all the hits that you take. Let's go do this in Atlanteum as well. There's no reason not to, and you get bonus hit points. The reason not to, if you're not glitching out or you don't know how to immediately exploit the game and get super OP without glitching the items even, because that is very possible. Yeah, it's just kind of like the cost is prohibitive, and that's really it. See the difference now. It cost 125 points to cast both of them versus the 20 it cost me earlier, and that's just strictly a level thing. So we whipped our shelves into in-game shape pretty quick. We're going to show off some random things around town that I know. And also, while we're at it, we need to do this for the in-game, and it might as well happen now. Holy shit. Now we're relatively safe, but that was crazy there for a minute. Oh, no, we're not. Hey, that is coming from them. What the hell? I'm just gonna leave. Yeah, that aged him. That's the thing with Divine Intervention. It ages you 5 years every time. And if you get old enough, you will die every day when you rest. is actually a large part of why I'm going to make sure I get through here. We might be able to just spam this out and it'd be okay. I think so. Yeah, that energy blast isn't hitting too hard, and that's all I got. I mean, that would absolutely destroy me without the 1,000 hit point bonus, obviously, but... Okay, this is going to be a little different. I know, actually, no, never mind. This is going to be easy. These guys that are immune to the random physical attacks. Two-shot by the sorceress. What a shame. Bad ogres. Alright, a harassed cleric and a battered archer look up at you in surprise. The cleric says, "I am Big Bootay, and this is Cleogatra. Thank you for freeing us. We were imprisoned falsely for uncouth behavior by the stagey Atlanteans. Stodgy. We are now available for hire at the Carriage Inn. This is a very, very valuable hireling. And the reason why is because he's going to be my Divine Intervention buffer. And also having an archer is never bad. Right about here, I think. Alright, before we go in here and power level them real quick and get them the hit points as well, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back in about 5, maybe